Okay, here we are in the final source, which is a very nicely balanced source in terms of evidence for either side we're going to argue, whether we're going to argue for the monolingual or the multilingual. Estimates put the number of English speakers both as native and a second tongue at nearly 500 million. Anglophone tourists traveling in many parts of the world are generally relieved to discover they can get by with English. Awesome arguments for monolingualism. There's so many of us, there's so many people who can speak English, and people who travel and are monolingual English speakers generally don't have any problem when they're traveling. The working language for the cosmopolitan community of engineers and managers employed by the European aerospace giant that manufactures Airbus aircraft is English. In ports and on the high seas, ship's captains communicate in a standardized form of English known as sea speak. Pilots and air traffic controllers learn a similar form known as aviation English. Here we have very specific examples of the potency and reach of English in various professional contexts, and knowing English should be completely sufficient then. By the same token, down here we have the exact opposite arguments. Once outside Tokyo, try navigating Japan with only English. In the Central Asian republics, Russian will get you a lot further than English, just as French will in most of West Africa. Good luck, by the way, to any well-meaning monolingual American doctor who heads off to treat villagers in Mali, Angola, or Chad. Arguments and evidence against monolingualism. You'll really struggle if you can't speak more than one language in these contexts. Finally, consider the number of native Spanish speakers in the United States has doubled since 1990 and is spoken at home today by 37 million people. There is a vast and rapidly growing domestic Spanish language market. Aha, business. The US-based Spanish language broadcaster Univision is today the 5th largest television network by audience in the country. Savvy executives doing business in Miami or California don't need to be told the value of hiring Spanish speakers. Here we're getting a reflection of business, right? Which we've talked about before. So here we have a nice source to backstop any further information or evidence that we need for supplementing our claims that we're going to be making in the essay. Great. So we've gone through all of these sources now. This shouldn't have taken us too long. You're just reading and skimming. What I recommend you do is there are multiple exams online. Get into that process of skimming and underlining those details and finding the parallels between the sources. If you do that, you're going to be well on your way to the next step, which is when we craft our 3 claims and actual thesis, which is what I'm going to be talking about in the next video. Great, guys. I'll chat to you soon.